Friends, today we are going to start with group 18. Group 18 chemistry class 12 P block. In this chapter now we are going to start with group 18 elements. Group 18 elements are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These 6 elements are called as group 18 element. All these 6 elements are gases and are chemically unreactive. So they have few xenon compounds react with fluorine to give xenon fluoride. Few compound only formed. So they are called as noble gases. Noble means unreactive. Noble means unreactive. Occurrence. These compounds mainly occur in the very small amount in the earth crust. Radon is the only one element is not available in the atmosphere. The remaining elements helium, neon, argon, krypton are available in dry air in less than 1% by volume. In less than 1% by volume. The remaining helium, neon occurs in the naturally in the minerals of radioactive origin. Radioactive origin like monosite sand, cleveite, and one more thing is monosite sand, cleveite, and the pitch blende. All these three things contain inside small amount of helium and neon. Helium and neon. The one more thing is radon is the rarest element. Radon is the rarest element. It is present in very trace amount, small amount. It is obtained by the production of radium decay. It is produced by the decay of radium. For example, radium atomic number 226, atomic number 88, atomic mass 226. It will give radon 222. 86 plus helium 24. So this is the way of radon obtained. The radioactive disintegration of radon gives traces, radium gives traces of radon. Okay. Next I am going to tell about the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration of 18th group element. The electronic configuration of 18th group element is starts with NS2 NP6 except helium. Which has the electronic configuration of 1s2. So next step, these compounds are highly unreactive because of completely filled valence shell electrons. They have other properties because why they are unreactive? Because all the cells are closely packed. Closely packed cell structure. Next one is ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy, we know that energy required to remove the most loosely bounded electron in a neutral gaseous atom is called ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy for noble gases is very high. Why? Because they all are monoatomic molecules. All the outermost cell is filled with 8 electrons, fully filled, so highly stable. So due to stability, they are highly more energy needed to break the bond. That is why ionization enthalpy is higher for noble gases. Next one is atomic radii. Atomic radii: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. On moving down the group, atomic size increases. Atomic size increases, therefore number of cells also increases, therefore atomic radii increases on moving down the group. Ionic radii also increase. No ionic radii because they form only monoatomic species. Next one is electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy from top to bottom. Positive electron gain enthalpy only occurred in the case of noble gases because the same reason, completely filled orbitals, so high stability. One more electron going to add in the outermost cell is difficult. That is why these noble gases have positive electron gain enthalpy. Positive electron gain enthalpy. In the case of 16th and 17th group, the elements have negative electron gain enthalpy, because they need one or two electron to attain the stable noble gas configuration. So these elements have the ease to accept the electron. That is why negative electron gain enthalpy present in 16th and 17th group element. But here in 18th group element, outermost cell is completely filled, so no need for accepting the electron from other elements, so that it has highly positive electron gain enthalpy. Now I am going to explain the physical properties of noble gases. Noble gases are monoatomic in nature. They are odorless, they are colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. Tasteless gas. First point is monoatomic. They are monoatomic. They will not form any covalent bond or ionic bond. They themselves in monoatomic, because the outer cell is completely filled. Therefore, they have no need to share, transfer, or sharing or losing the electrons. Okay, they are colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. They are sparingly soluble in water. They are sparingly soluble in water. And the fourth point is they have low melting and boiling point. They have low melting and boiling point. Low melting and boiling point. They have low melting and boiling point. Why? Because they have only one interatomic interaction called as weak van der Waals force of attraction. Noble gases have only weak van der Waals force of attraction. Suppose molecule is there, they come close to each other like this, and after that the sliding over each other. This is called the weak van der Waals force of attraction. Sorry, one molecule and the other molecule. Suppose this is one molecule, this neighboring one molecule, the sliding each other. This is called as the van der Waals forces of attraction. So due to sliding each other, the attraction takes place. This we learned in the 11th standard. Noble gases have a low melting and boiling point because of the only one interaction, weak dispersion forces. Okay. Fifth point. Helium have some unusual diffusion with laboratory materials like rubber, glass. So it can easily diffuse helium. Easily diffuses with glass, rubber, etc. And the lowest melting point, the boiling point of helium is 4.1 Kelvin. So this is the lowest melting point of any species in the periodic table. Next I am going to tell one question. Why the noble gases have low boiling point? That is the question. Because the weak van der Waals force, they have noble gases as a whole is monatomic. There is no covalent or ionic bond between them. So they have only weak van der Waals force of attraction. Less energy required to break that attraction, so they can easily convert it into liquid. Therefore, the noble gases have low melting and boiling point. Chemical reactivity. Now we are going to start with chemical reactivity. Chemical reactivity of noble gases. Noble gases and their chemical reactivity. Noble gases are least reactive. Their inertness to chemical reactivity was attributed by some reason. The first reason is the outermost cell is filled with 8 electrons, completely filled electronic configuration in their valence shell, except helium, it has 1s2 configuration. High ionization enthalpy and positive electron gain enthalpy. High ionization enthalpy, which means more energy needed to break the bond. So chemical reaction is less possible. More energy is needed to break the bond between the noble gases. So it is very difficult to form chemical reaction. Next one, positive electron gain enthalpy. Very difficult to add electron to noble gases. So these are the reasons that they are least reactive. One more question. Next question, the noble gases, the reactivity of noble gases was investigated by many scientists by ever since it has discovered, but nobody will give proper explanation for the reactivity of noble gases. In March 1962, Neil Bartlett, a scientist, then at the University of British Columbia, he has some ideas and he find this some reactivity of noble gases. He tested a red component called O2 plus PTF6 minus. This compound undergoes some chemical reaction and he finalized that noble gases also reactive to some extent. Okay, I told you that he will prepare a red compound called as O2 plus PTF6 minus. He then realized that the first ionization enthalpy of oxygen is 1175 kilojoules per mole. First ionization enthalpy of molecular oxygen is equal to this. It is almost identical to the first ionization enthalpy of xenon, which is equal to 1170 kilojoules per mole. So he made efforts to prepare a new compound which is made up of xenon, which is similar to that compound platinum hexafluoride mixed with xenon to form xenon platinum hexafluoride. This compound will be formed. So this compound having similar property with the before I explained the compound. Okay, after this discovery, a large number of xenon compounds will be prepared with most electronegative elements like fluorine and oxygen synthesized. Krypton compounds. Next one is krypton compounds. Only krypton fluoride will be KrF2. Krypton fluoride, only the one compound is prepared. That radioactive material radon. Radon is not isolated, so it is not found. Helium, argon and neon compounds also not found. So only the reactive compounds in the noble gases are xenon and krypton. These are the important terms given in this paragraph. Next I am going to tell about some chemical reactivity of the xenon compounds. Forms three binary compounds. Xenon compounds. Topic is xenon compounds. Xenon forms three binary compounds with fluorides to give xenon bifluoride, xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride. XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6. Three compounds by reacting under different experimental condition and different ratio they will form the compounds. Xenon plus F2 in presence of 673 Kelvin and 1 barometric, it will give xenon difluoride. Next, xenon plus 2F2 in the ratio of 1:5 ratio, 873 Kelvin and 7 barometric atmospheric pressure, it will give XeF4. Again the xenon compound react with 3F2 in the ratio of 1:20 and the temperature is 573 Kelvin, pressure is 60 to 70 barometric pressure, it will give xenon hexafluoride. So these are the three binary compound prepared from xenon. And one more thing is xenon react with xenon fluoride, hexafluoride react with O2F2 also gives XeF6. The following reaction is here. XeF4 plus O2F2 gives XeF6 plus O2. This is also important reaction. These are the chemical reaction taking place in the xenon compounds. Xenon fluoride, xenon dichloride and xenon fluoride. Xenon fluoride, now I am going to tell. Xenon fluoride XeF2, XeF4 and XeF6 are colorless crystalline solids. They are sublime at 298 Kelvin. Sublimes at 298 Kelvin. They are very strong, powerful defluorinating agent. They hydrolyze even traces of water. XeF2 react with water to give Xe HF and O2. For example, 2XeF2 plus 2H2O gives 2Xe plus 2HF plus O2. 4HF, I think. Yes, 4HF and I think. So these are this compound structures of these XeF2, X4 and F6 are detected by VSEBR theory. So now I am going to draw the structures. XeF2 is like this. X is there, F is there, F is there. It contains 2 bond pair, 3 lone pair, linear shape. So it is linear shape. And one more thing, this is called XeF2. XeF4 is like this. Center XeF, fluorine is there, fluorine is there. The top is 7, 8 here. This is the structure of XeF4. This is square pyramidal shape. Pyramidal shape. 2 lone pair electrons and 4 bond pair electrons. 2 lone pair and 4 bond pair electrons. One more structure is XeF6. XeF6 is like this. Fluorine. The structure is distorted octahedral structure. With this we can wind up the class today. Next class we will continue the remaining things.